Welcome to The American Dream, a show that started right here in San Diego, America's finest city, that now spans positive media all across the country, real stories in real neighborhoods. Hi, I'm your host, Craig Sewing, and here's The American Dream. Welcome to The American Dream, a real show, not a reality show. The real estate, the lifestyle, the culture.
It's not just about what you're living in, but the community you're going to live in.
High-rise luxury living.
People are the vehicle, people are the connection, people are the expansion.
Helping folks just like you find your dream home.
It just never disappoints.
Real stories in real neighborhoods with real experts. The opportunity to achieve our biggest goals and aspirations.
It's the American Dream.
Welcome to this episode of The American Dream. Today we're going to cover the property farms at McCallum's Orchard. We're also going to take you to show you a beautiful home on Lake Huron. Let's go in and meet the owners. Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Good to see you. Thanks for joining me. Today we have Josh and Mindy with the Property Farms at McCallum's Orchard. We're going to tell you a little bit about the orchard that they took over and how they want to make it a little bit better and all the extra things that they had to go along with it. So tell us a little bit about it.
So we bought it back in March, and we started learning about the history. It's been around for 92 years, and we're just excited to be able to bring it back to its former glory.
Okay. And what's your vision, I guess, from what it used to be to what you're planning on bringing it back to?
Yeah, I mean, really, it was a family kind of farm. It was a family business, and really, it was meant for people to enjoy picking apples with their family. And we really want to keep it that way. We want to keep it farm friendly and just add some additional activities for kids to do.
Nice. So, what do you have to offer the community?
So obviously we're at an apple orchard, so we have lots of apples.
Plenty of those.
And we have a lot of other varieties of fruit as well. So I mean, we have strawberries, we got some new raspberries coming as well, and we have a lot of peaches. We have tons of peaches. The entertainment for the kids, like I mentioned, we're hoping to have our apple cannons next year. So we're pretty stoked about that.
We also have brought the greenhouse back to life. So that's been pretty cool to have an actual living greenhouse on the orchard property. And there's going to be a lot of different things to offer in that throughout the whole year, not just the spring and not just the fall, but the whole year. The greenhouse will be open and ready for people to buy from.
Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys have a great day.
Yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Now that we've showed you what it's like to work the American Dream, let's head north and take a look at what it's like to live the American Dream. Welcome to Port Sanilac, where the beautiful shores of Lake Huron meet the sand. We're going to take you inside this beautiful home and show you a look around. Follow me. Hey Tom, thanks for having me.
Hey Dave, nice to see you again.
Good to see you. I'm here with Tom from TLC Insurance out of Sandusky. He's going to tell us a little bit about the house and the dream that he had when they bought the property. So tell us, how many acres is this, or how much lake frontage is this on and the size of the home?
The property's L-shaped. It's about 11 acres in total, approximately 260 foot across the front, 400 foot deep on the lake, and then the balance of the properties on the west side goes back in behind an existing subdivision. The house is approximately 8,000 square foot, about 2,400 foot on the main floor, 2,400 in the basement, 2,000 upstairs, and the balance above the garage as an apartment.
So Tom, tell me a little bit about the layout of the home, how that looks and how that transitions into the home to the lake.
Well, when we come in the house, naturally I said about the garage, when you pull in the garage, you can immediately see the lake. You come in the house, the kitchen's open with the dining room. You can see out into the lake. The living room has 6 big windows you can see out into the lake on. The bedroom has a sliding glass door to go out onto the lake, and a full porch wraps around the house.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks, Tom, for having me.
You're welcome.
We definitely have a beautiful home here. Well, I hope you enjoyed the tour as much as I did. If you ever get a chance, make sure to make a stop up here in the Thumb. Check out the apple orchard, the cider, the donuts, and the beautiful views. I hope you enjoyed this tour, and we'll see you next time on The American Dream.
Welcome to Noblesville. This thriving suburb, straight north of Indianapolis and smack dab in the heart of Hamilton County, offers something for everyone. With a bustling downtown square filled with local boutiques, restaurants, and historic homes, Noblesville deftly mixes yesteryear charm with a clear vision for the future. Today, I'm going to take you to Federal Hill Commons for one of the community's signature events, the Noblesville Brewery. For ADTV Selling Indianapolis, this is Andy Leakdeep. Let's go dig in. Hey Joe, how you doing?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Doing great, doing great.
Good.
So we're here with Joe Carnevale, who is actually, I would think we could say that Noblesville Brewery is kind of your baby, Joe. Would that be fair to say that?
I think that's fair to say,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, well talk to me about your baby. It's a beautiful baby, right? So
it is. Well, our Rotary Club, we've been around for 50 plus years, and we had a fundraiser before that just wasn't cutting it, and so we got together.
What was that fundraiser?
We were cooking chicken and fries at the 4-H fair.
Okay.
Up to our elbows in grease for 5 days in a row. It wasn't doing it.
Wasn't fun. You basically said, hey, let's do something better. Let's do something cooler, right?
That's it.
So what made you settle on this idea? And tell me how it's grown.
You know, we brainstormed a group of like 4 or 5 of us on the fundraising committee, and I had looked some things up and found the barbecue contest in Texas that was very, very successful, and said, hey, let's do something like this.
So talk to me about how you've seen it grow from its infancy, right? Just talking about it to the first year to what we're seeing now.
I look around today, I think we got 15 or 16 competing teams together. And the first year, I think there was 4.
Okay.
It rained, it was horrible the first year, but we all were out there and we made some great food, great music, and it really has gained traction.
So we are here with my friend Carrie Dixon, who is a part of the Rotary Club, and the Rotary Club is who's actually sponsoring the Noblesville Brewery and has for the last 7 years. So Carrie, talk to me a little bit about, a lot of people don't know what Rotary is. Why don't you talk to me about that a little bit?
I would love to. So Rotary is an international organization. Our motto is service above self, and we serve communities, our own local community, but then communities around the world.
Okay.
So we raise funds. We have a 501c3 nonprofit. We raise funds, and our club in particular here in Noblesville focuses on education. So that is what this fundraiser is about, and that's what we focus our energy and efforts towards.
Talk to me about the giving back part with this event and kind of where some of that proceeds go.
So the majority of the money raised at this event goes to fund scholarships for students at our local Ivy Tech Hamilton County campus. So those students don't normally have access to a lot of scholarships, being more of a vocational, technical school. So we provide those scholarships and that opportunity for those folks. And then the hope is that they turn around and be a part of the economic development here in Hamilton County.
Really, it sounds like if there's anybody that's interested in the organization that gives back in their local community, Rotary would be a great thing to check out. Is that
absolutely? There's a Rotary Club virtually in every city in America. So it's a great way to give back.
Well, Carrie, thanks so much for just educating us on Rotary. And that's really, kind of the engine behind this event. And really, we just encourage anybody that is watching their local community, check out their local Rotary Club as well too. Carrie, thank you so much.
Absolutely, thanks so much for having us.
It's a shame that you couldn't be here tonight to smell and taste that awesome barbecue. Hopefully you'll have a chance to make it to Noblesville next year and enjoy the barbecue. In the meantime, I encourage you to come up here to Noblesville and take a stroll through the downtown square. For ADTV Selling Indianapolis, this is your host, Andy Leakdeep. See you on our next episode.
Welcome to the Old Grove Christmas Tree Farm here in West Michigan. We're here in the rows of the evergreens to experience the nostalgic Christmas tradition. The The owner of this beautiful Christmas tree farm is Levi Dutcher.
Hey Amanda, how are you?
Wonderful. It's so good to be out here today.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Glad to have you guys out here and do this.
Such a beautiful farm. How long have you owned this farm?
So we've owned the farm. We started the farm actually about 8 years ago. My sister-in-law had this idea to plant some trees out here and let the family come pick trees every year. Well, we decided it was a good idea to maybe amplify that and actually start something I really have wanted to do for a long time, and that was start a full-fledged Christmas tree farm. We have about 4 people per tree on average come out to the farm. So we're looking at roughly 4,000 people coming out here to either, that would include both cutting your own and getting a pre-cut tree. So we really did try to make this a hallmark experience, whether you're out in the field or in the pre-cut trees. We want you to come and breathe the fresh air on the farm, see the tree, see where it grew, and be able to cut it right here. Every year we try to make a signature cocoa. We do a signature, we call it the s'more cocoa. And it's hot chocolate on steroids. It has all the fixings on it, including graham cracker crumbs, chocolate syrup, marshmallows. This year we're adding a snowman donut hole that's going into, going to be topping the hot chocolate. So we have a lot of fun with that. The kids have a lot of fun with that, and they'll have those mugs to remind them of their time out here for a long time.
West Michigan is deep roots for you and your family.
It is. It is very deep. This property originally started being farmed with my grandfather. He's now 92 years old and still a part of all the things that are done around here. But now my dad started the apple orchard, peach orchard on part of that family property. And that's where I grew up. So I grew up more around apple trees, peach trees, and when I was younger, even a lot of cherry trees. But it is a really cool experience to watch these trees grow over a long period of time.
What kind of Christmas trees do you grow here?
So we grow a variety of firs here, as well as a little bit of white pine, but we grow concolor fir, balsam fir, Fraser fir, Douglas fir, white pine, blue spruce, as well as Canaan fir. There's one tree that has a very unique smell, unlike any of the other trees, and that's the concolor fir. People like to say it smells like lemons, it smells like oranges, but it does have a strong citrus smell in the needles. It's a wonderful, wonderful tree if you like that type of scent.
What is your most popular tree?
I'd say the most popular tree is still a Fraser fir. It's often referred to in the industry as the Cadillac of Christmas trees. You can cut them early and you can keep them on the stand until Valentine's Day. They look great, they retain their needles, they have a good Christmas shape. That, hands down, is still the most popular Christmas tree.
Thank you so much for joining us at the Old Grove Christmas Tree Farm and Summer Sweet Orchards. We'll see you next time on American Dream TV.
Welcome to historic downtown Detroit. I am your host, Chantel Hines, with American Dream TV, selling the Great Lakes. We are at the beautiful Detroit Riverwalk, and I am going to show you the lifestyle, culture, and real estate that comes along with living here. Come with me as we explore historic buildings, picture-perfect views, luxury real estate, delicious food and drinks, and all of the public amenities that make the Riverwalk what it is today. Come on. We start at the River Place condos, perfectly situated on the Detroit River and only steps away from the Riverwalk. Here at the River Place condos, upscale meets industrial in this cool historic building. Let's take a look. This is truly a one-of-a-kind location where you can enjoy big city living while being seconds away from an international waterway that can take you anywhere in the world. Speaking of remarkable, let's check out the now famous Detroit Riverwalk. Blade Park, and with me today is Marc Pasco, the Director of Communications with the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy. Thank you for being here today, Marc.
Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Just have a few questions for you. So I would love to know about the Riverwalk and how it came to be what we now know and love.
20 years ago, the riverfront that you see now is not the riverfront that it was back then.
Okay.
Back then, it was weeded lots and abandoned buildings and cement silos. The Riverfront Conservancy was founded. Things started happening and we were able to revitalize the riverfront, and that's the transformation that's going on right now.
It's incredible. It's absolutely beautiful. I can't picture this anything less than what it is right now. It's gorgeous. So I would love to know, what is your favorite part of the Riverwalk? If you had to pick one thing, what is your favorite thing?
If I had to choose, I would have to choose the DeQuindicut Greenway. It used to be a railway that would bring people and goods down to the riverfront, and then it sat abandoned for decades. So now we have 2 miles where you can walk and you can jog, and kids learn to ride their bikes on the Greenway. It connects
awesome.
Eastern Market to the riverfront. It's just a special, very uniquely Detroit place.
All right, I'm thirsty. Nothing better after a 5.5-mile walk than a cold drink. I'm gonna head over to the iconic Atwater Brewery for some world-class craft brews.
Great place, great beer, great vibes. You're gonna love it.
Awesome, I can't wait. Thank you. This is Atwater Brewery, just a couple blocks away from River Place condos. So tell me a little bit about how you came to be at this location and what it's been like.
So it's been great. We've actually been here in the Rivertown district for about 26 years. And incidentally enough, it's not the place that you guys walk through today. So when they founded this location here, it was really because there weren't a lot of places in Metro Detroit that would allow for production and consumption on site. And so as we've evolved, we've been able to see the community grow around us, and we're really grateful for that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's fantastic. So by nature, local breweries are a communal space, right? So tell me a little bit about how you interact with the community as a whole.
We host a run club every Thursday. We host a series of rotating art galleries that feature Detroit artists. And then we also do work with different philanthropic organizations. So for example, right now we're doing a sock drive for the homeless with One Mother to Another, a nonprofit based out of the city.
Very cool. So let's get down to brass tacks. Tell me about the beer.
We actually produce the #1 selling blonde ale in the state of Michigan, Dirty Blonde. We produce the #1 selling porter in the state of Michigan, Vanilla Java Porter. And we also produce the #1 tropical IPA in the state, Impalgalicious IPA.
Sounds like Atwater has been a huge success in Michigan. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. And I honestly could not think of a better place to end the segment than Atwater Brewery. You've got to come check out Atwater and the Riverwalk for yourself. I'm positive you'll love it. I am Chantel Hines, your host of American Dream, Selling the Great Lakes. I'll see you next time.
Welcome to the home of the Detroit Pistons, a world-class training facility where champions are made. This is where dedication meets determination, where dreams take shape and legends are born. I am Kay Reddy, your real estate expert and lifestyle coach. Because basketball is more than just a game. From the court side to the community, follow me as we go beyond the court. I'm here with Kevin Grigg, the CCO of the Detroit Pistons. Hi, Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing great, Kay.
That's good. Glad to have you here on today in this beautiful facility.
Yeah, thanks for coming in. We appreciate having you.
When the organization decided to bring the Pistons downtown, how were you all going to impact the community? What was the thoughts there?
Well, as we were conceptualizing this building, the first piece that we wanted to do was we wanted to bring our entire company down, and we wanted to have our basketball side and our business side together, and then also impact the community. So with that in mind, a lot of the art that you see on the walls in this and around the building is done locally. And we wanted this place to be accessible. You see that from the outside where we have monuments to our great players. And then you look at our retail components. We wanted people to come here and experience and be part of our team.
That is amazing. And so what I've noticed inside of the facility, you have Plum Market and you also have Planet Fitness.
Some NBA teams are connected to a medical facility, which we are with our great partners at Henry Ford Health, with the Center for Athletic Medicine. But we also wanted to bring in retail to this area as well. And the way to do that is add a grocery and lunch option with Plum Market, where anyone from the public can come in and enjoy. And then also with Planet Fitness, because how great is it for fans to say, hey, I'm gonna go work out at the Detroit Pistons facility, right? So that's just two ways that the community can engage with us here in this building.
No, I think that's phenomenal, and I think that's a good thing to be able to say, look, I am going to work out in the facility where the Pistons practice in their homes. I think that was a really clever strategy that you all did to bring the community together. What other uses do you use this facility for?
So a lot of community events. So on the basketball court in particular, we'll host youth camps. We will host big events. In our Brinker loft, we will host engagement parties. We'll host corporate meetings. That's a space that is available to the public to use.
That is amazing, and so that brings us here today, because I noticed that there is something going on the court on today.
There is, yeah. So today it's our partners at Kroger, United Dairy in Michigan, and Henry Ford Health are breaking the Guinness Book of World Records for cereal boxes topping over. And I think it's like 15,000. And those boxes in turn will be donated to local food banks around Southeast Michigan.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. So I definitely can see how you all are impacting the community and how the community is very important to you all here with the Detroit Pistons, and I think that is absolutely fabulous.
Well, thank you. It's a labor of love for us, and when we made the move down to Detroit, we wanted to be all in on Detroit.
That's awesome. Well, thank you, Kevin, for taking out the time to tell us about the home of the Detroit Pistons. It was a pleasure speaking with you on today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
As much as the Detroit Pistons love the game, they love the city of Detroit even more. The Detroit Pistons, a legacy with grit and a love for the community. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the American Dream TV. I am your host, Kay Reddy. Go Pistons.
And welcome to Grand Rapids, Michigan. I am so excited to feature a local favorite here. Fabulous food, fabulous cocktails, even an event space. You can't go wrong when you dine at Noco Provisions. Let's check it out. We are here with Ryan Sitka, General Manager and Operating Partner of Noco Provisions. Ryan, I have a huge question. What does Noco stand for?
Actually, Northern Comfort.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
So we're sitting here in your event space. What type of parties do you host here?
Rehearsal dinners, corporate happy hours, anniversary parties, retirement parties, anything you can think of.
Okay, what's the favorite cocktail?
I would say we're most well known for our smoked Manhattan.
Okay.
Bourbon is smoked in-house, and then we've got a great mule as well, where we infuse the berries in the vodka.
Oh, that sounds fabulous. Would there be an opportunity for us to taste test what you're talking about?
Absolutely, yeah. Our bar manager, Courtney, would love to show you.
Okay, sounds good. Let's go check it out. I am so excited to be behind the bar here at Noco Provisions. Ryan, what have you made for us today?
So we've got our Mezcal Mule, it's Casamigos Mezcal, fresh squeezed lime juice, simple syrup, and the Barrett's ginger beer there. And here we've got our house smoked Manhattan, bourbon, sweet vermouth, black walnut bitters, and we garnish it with a Luxardo cherry.
Oh my gosh, it sounds fabulous. I only think it's customary we'll have a drink together. What do you think?
Cheers.
Okay, cheers.
You showed me the event space. You've made me a killer cocktail. What do we got going on here?
All right, so we've got our Calistoga Cobb salad here. It's tossed in our house-made red wine vinaigrette. We've got a nice vegetarian dish, the Hoppin' Jane there, made with some vegetables locally grown in Rockford at the New Growth Project farm. We've got our Jack's Wedge salad there. We have our #1 seller, the Provisions cheeseburger, and then the veggie alternate, the beet burger.
So I'm absolutely obsessed with everything that NoCo Provisions has to offer. I have 100 to 200% client event appreciation. I would love for NoCo to host here. Can you make that happen for me?
That might be a little bit big for us here at NoCo, but just down the road in Rockford, we've got a beautiful event space, the Hydrangea Blue Barn, and I'd love to show you.
Oh my gosh, let's check it out. So we're here just outside of the city of Rockford at Hydrangea Blue. Ryan, the outfit, stop it. I love it.
Well, it's appropriate for our wedding and event center out here. Hydrangea, we're on 10 acres. Can host about 300 people tops. Perfect for your event.
Okay, so how did Hydrangea Blue come to be?
Well, I would say at NoCo, we learned quite a bit through the pandemic. Events were at an all-time high, event spaces, outdoor dining, outdoor space, and we just thought this was the perfect complement to what we were doing. We were being asked to cater at a million different places, and finally it was, why don't we have our own place?
Right. So the different areas of the property, can you explain those to me?
Yeah, so there's different places that people can rent. We've got our main barn here, again, 1865, redone. We generally will have a tent out here for larger groups. Our ceremony site is right in the back of the property there. We've got some fun mini horses and goats for the kids to feed while they're here. Some beautiful photo sites as well. And then in the lower barn area is refinished for the guys to get ready. We've got arcade games, pool tables, all that kind of fun stuff. And then the ladies are over in the bridal suite in our main house, which is also a great place to host dinner.
Thank you, Ryan, for showing us around this enchanting event. Hydrangea Blue is absolutely stunning.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for taking the drive out.
Absolutely. Stay tuned for our next show where we will continue to explore beautiful destinations that make up the American dream. Until then, keep dreaming.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's show, produced from America's finest city, but shot in the heart of your neighborhoods. Don't forget positive media when the world really needs it. Follow us on social media at The American Dream TV. See you next time. In the meantime, cheers to your American dream.